everyone's head tops. McGregor's getting the smoke. It's going to happen. There's a long list of other people. There's KSI. There's my brother. There's Dillon, Danois, Ben Askren.
Like, Dillon Danois can fight. He also has the girlfriend who is Sav Montano, who I'm sure.
Yeah, we hooked up before. Me and his girlfriend. But
that's what I'm talking about. Like, that's gonna put asses in seats.
Yo, what's up? Welcome to the Pro Sports Extra YouTube channel. Today, we're going to be recapping episode 5 of the BFFs podcast with Josh Richards and Dave Portnoy. As you saw, the boys had on Jake Paul to discuss his knockout over Nate Robinson, and in the interview, he called out Dillon Danois, Ben Askren, Conor McGregor, and even his brother Logan Paul. Personally, I watch a shit ton of MMA, and zero part of me wants to see Dillon Danois or Ben Askren step into a boxing ring. Those two can't even strike in MMA. Why would we want to see them go into a sport in where literally the only thing they can do is strike? That would be like putting Tom Brady in a track meet. Like, yeah, you run in football, but like, he's not fucking fast. I'm not even saying Danois or Askren would lose. That's just a terrible representation of MMA striking when you put those two assholes in a boxing ring. Could you imagine how embarrassing it would be if a one-time undefeated MMA fighter got knocked out by a YouTuber? And also in the interview, Jake Paul said he hooked up with Dillon Danois' girlfriend, and that's just a baller move, because like, that doesn't even have to be true. Like, all you have to do is just say it and people will believe it when you're Jake Paul. Like, Jake Paul, he has a fuck ton of money, fuck ton of fame. He could just be like, yeah, I hooked up with this guy's girlfriend. Well, I'll be like, yeah, that makes sense. He probably did do that. Like, if I was like, yeah, guys, I banged a couple Kardashians and a Jenner last week, everyone would be like, shut the fuck up, you Jew. No, you didn't. So it's kind of just yin and yang, you know? And then Jake Paul even called out Conor McGregor, and I'm praying to the gods that this fight doesn't happen. A lot of people, including Dave Portnoy, think it will, but that is just such a step down for Conor McGregor. That would be like if Lana Rhoades did a porn with a fucking trucker from Idaho. It would be like if LeBron played in a JCC rec league. Like if fucking Garrett Cole struck out a Make-A-Wish kid. It's like, yeah, you won, but like, oh, this is what it's come to. But when he did mention that intrigues me is he mentioned fighting his brother Logan. I want to see a Paul versus Paul fight. Honestly, I would have no idea who is who in that fight. I'd bet on one brother, think he's winning, but then realize I was watching the wrong brother the whole time, realize I lost the bet, be sad. It would be electric. And like, how awkward would family dinners and like Thanksgiving be after the two brothers boxed each other professionally? There's just that weird tension knowing that two members of the family signed on the dotted line to engage in a professional fisticuffs with each other. Like, that would make for some awkward dinners, but honestly, would it be that bad? Because they'd be so fucking rich, they probably wouldn't even give a fuck. And then later in the episode, Josh and Dave played a game where they rated the style of various TikTokers.
Best style nominees. We're just gonna go through them and do a reaction. Is that a real name? Wisdom?
He's actually kind of fly. Like, his dressing sometimes kind of fly.
Yeah, this guy. We know how I feel about this guy.
You saw they did Wisdom K in that clip. Some of the other TikTokers they rated were Lil Huddy, Anthony Reeves, Vinny Hacker, Quentin Griggs, Alex Guzman, Jaden Hosier, Baron, and Noah Miller. I personally have never heard of one of these motherfuckers. Like, I go on TikTok a lot, and not one time have I seen one of these people on my For You page. I don't know if I'm the only one, but my For You page just consists of like Steelers wide receivers doing that like Corvette dance on various logos, ASMR of like fucking like foam being washed off cars, and that one guy who just talks about what life is in prison. Like, I never see popular TikTokers. But I gotta say, when they played that game, they made me really insecure about how I dress looking at some of these guys. Like, I'm a fucking slob. I wear the same 4 pairs of gray Nike sweatpants. I have holes in my socks. None of my sweatshirts even fit me. And then you got these fucks just running around looking all cool in like Gucci and shoes with spikes and tank tops and just fucking being cooler than the rest of us. But I don't know, I'm kind of looking to get cooler, so maybe I will invest in like some turtlenecks, maybe cut off some of my sleeves, get some tattoos. I don't know. Probably could fit in with that crew if I tried, but it's just like, I intentionally dress like this.